is part 3, my final story in my paranormal group experience. And this took place in Michigan, right across the Ohio border, because we were in northwestern Ohio, so it wasn't that far to go, right across the border. I just don't remember where exactly, but it was just across the border in Michigan. It was a beautiful neighborhood, nice neighborhood. It was a big, beautiful 2-story, brand new house. And I remember the owner having issues with it, which I would say that comes from the land if it's a brand new house. So again, same paranormal group, very good at keeping things separate. This time we had 3 mediums. We had me, Kathy, and we had a white witch. She was also medium. And I forgot her name. Sorry. And then we had the people with the electronics and stuff, and to do that part. So I remember walking beautiful brand new house, beautiful brand new house, and we decided, everybody actually, but the mediums too, to do separate walks, not together, and then confer later. And I remember I was walking and I felt like a shadow person go down in the basement, because it was a brand new house, 2-story with a basement, and I wanted to go in the basement, and they go, yeah, go for it, go, you do the basement first, then we'll go. So I go down in the basement. The basement's not done, it's an unfinished basement, stuff everywhere and everything, but I walked down there and I sensed him in there, like the shadow person, but they were trying to hide. They were trying to walk the walls practically to get away from me, but I knew they were there. And I'm like, why are you running from me? I'm here to help you. Why are you running from me? And then I kept feeling I'm going to the other, wherever I was at in the basement. And mind you, I shielded myself with angels and guides and stuff, which could be why they were running from me, or he was running from me. But he shouldn't have, but he was. They always, well, more often than not, they run from me. And I don't know why, because I'm always like, I'm here to help you. But they run. Anyway, this one was definitely, no matter where I walked in the basement, he was going around, you know, and avoiding me. And it was a pretty lit basement. It wasn't a dark, dreary basement. It had nice lighting from the windows that were there, cellar windows and stuff. So, and then at some point, I guess he got tired of it because he was gone. And all of a sudden, I'm like, he's not even down here anymore. What the hell? So I'm like, what? Okay, fine. So I just start walking up the stairs, and I open up the basement door, and the 2 other psychics are like this, looking at me, and I'm like, what? What? And they go, we were standing up here talking while you were down there. And while you were just now, like a couple minutes before you came up, we saw a shadow person shaped like a guy, like a man, come out of the door, wrap itself around, and go off into the other part of the house. And I go, well, that's what I saw. That's what I saw down there. I go, and I was telling them what happened and everything. And they go, yeah, we just saw him. And they were freaked out. As mediums, they were freaked out. I guess they weren't expecting to see a shadow man come out of the basement and everything. And I go, where'd he go? And they were like, I don't know, but I think he went upstairs. So we went upstairs, and now this time more than one, I guess, went. So we went up. It was me and the witch. So I remember we were walking, and at some point I wanted to go into what looked like the little boy's bedroom. And so I went in there, and I felt him in there, and he ran through the wall. Again, they tend to do that kind of thing. So I walked in there quietly. I didn't tell anybody when I was doing her why. And I walked into the other bedroom while she was off in another part of the upstairs. I went into the other bedroom, and I felt him in the closet. And the closet was like a closet that was between both rooms. So I was like standing up the door going, it's okay, you know, I just want to talk to you. Why won't you just talk to me? And I remember him being not wanting to talk to me. And I'm like, I don't understand why you don't want to talk to me. But he did not want me there. He didn't want me to get rid of him, I guess. He didn't want, you know what I mean? Like, he was feeding off this family, and he was enjoying feeding off this family because this family was scared. The kids were scared. The mom was scared. All this kind of stuff. And I'm like, what's your name? And I remember him saying Slevin. And then he disappeared again. And I remember thinking, what the hell kind of name is Slevin? What? I didn't even know that was a name. I didn't even know that was a real name. It wasn't until later when I started researching, that's actually a name. It's not just a, I know it's a slang term now, but this was 15, 20 years ago. So it actually is a name. It's a Gaelic name, meaning mountaineer. So that makes sense because this guy was dead. He was, I don't know exactly when he lived, but it was long before this house was ever built there. But I didn't like him. I'm not going to say evil, but I didn't like him. He was a user, and he was using this family for energy and stuff, and he enjoyed scaring these kids, and that pissed me off. And then I remember I met up with the witch in the hallway right before the mom's bedroom, and her door was wide open, and I went to walk up to go in the room, and I felt an energy right there in the doorway, and I'm like, what the hell? The only other time it happened was at Mansfield, or Ohio State Reformatory, the Mansfield prison. Okay, and that was outside the building, but the same kind of jelly energy feeling that you can feel with your hands was in her doorway. Her whole room was engulfed by this, and I'm like, and the witch was saying, I can't remember her name. I would give her name, but I don't know her name. I don't remember it. And she was like, I feel that too. She was like, there is something in this room I don't like. And I go, oh, for sure. I mean, I've never experienced anything. Her room, it wasn't a protective feeling energy. It was I think Slevin or something made something of her room. I don't know what that was. I never did figure that out. I was kind of new into the paranormal group world. I think now I would have done more to help the woman and her kids. I don't remember what we did. I just remember that room being very heavy and weird energy, and why Slevin was doing something with, or what that energy was involved with the mother, I don't know. And we just, I guess, went through with the equipment, or the other people did, broke down to her what we were picking up and everything, and I don't know if they followed through with any other things with that, because again, I was the outlying group person. I kind of was brought in as the psychic bloodhound person. I wasn't like the main core group, so I don't know. I hope they helped with her. I wished I would have done more. She was genuinely scared. I think she even had her mother living there that was scared. It was a beautiful home, brand new beautiful home, but the feeling in that was not good. So, and that's my last paranormal group story, at least that I can remember. And I believe this is my last video. I mean, unless more stories pop back into my head that I can remember, or if I start going to places and maybe documenting live or just recording the stories afterward.